What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to ICNV Drivers Edition. Today we are out at Crowne Customs, and today we're going to get in at their location. They decide to have a car meet, and because they are so well known in the Chicagoland area and have probably provided service to most people out here with customized cars, or at least supercars, I'm sure they're going to have a nice turnout. So sit back, take this ride with me, and let's go check out the cars that showed up at Crowne Customs Car Meet. Let's go. So as I start to head down to the actual location, I just want to show you guys a couple nice quick cars. We have a beautiful Saturn Sky, which you don't see these that often, and I'm not going to lie to you, I used to call it the poor man's Corvette because to me it looks a lot or resembles heavily the Corvette C6, and I fell in love with the C6, but I was quite younger back then and couldn't afford one, so the Sky was the car I wanted to get, but I never did. But the funny thing about it is I've seen several episodes on YouTube where people have LS swap a Saturn Sky. So, but of course, you also see a Corvette Z06. Many Corvettes are going to be out today. At least that's my belief. We shall see. As we move along, you get a nice look at a Nissan GTR. This is one of those controversial cars, if you ask me, because it's known as Godzilla, and it's known as Godzilla for a reason, because it is a monster, especially when you tune it the right way and provide the right modifications. The GTR is famous for its speed and being tuner. Now everybody knows I have a thing for a Hummer, or should I say the Hummer H2, but I really like the Hummer in general. So now that GM's come out with the all-electric version of the Hummer, I really like it, and that's what I'm looking at right now. This is the new all-electric GMC Hummer, but you notice you really don't see anything that says GMC on this thing, because Hummer has always been its own iconic name and brand. So they really didn't want to mess that up by slapping GMC on it. But tell me what you think of this. Do you think GM made the right decision by going electric? Let me know in the comments below. Now, many of you know when I was looking to get my Corvette C8, I was strongly favoring an Acura NSX. And sometimes I wondered if I actually made the right decision, and I can tell you yes for one specific reason only, and that's because my C8 comes in a convertible. I still like the Acura NSX, and I still sometimes wish to own one, and that's what makes me drift towards the Corvette C8 E-Ray, because it's a similar concept. But I don't know. The NSX does have a place in my heart, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I think I still want to own one. As you see right now, we have Shockwave Customs in the building. And if you've seen any of my other car show videos, this Lamborghini and this Corvette C8 should be quite familiar to everyone. But take a look at it. Whenever it comes out, whenever they bring their cars out, they are truly a work of art. It's something to look at. And I like these guys because they, to me, represent the ICNV Drivers Edition brand. Like I said before, we'll see another GTR, and what else? Corvette C8. Now, there were several Corvette C8s in attendance, but like I said, there's always a Corvette in attendance. And I feel like it wouldn't be a true car show without a yellow Corvette in attendance. There's something about yellow and red Corvettes, they always turn up. I guess those are the two iconic Corvette colors, and when in doubt, get a red or a yellow Corvette, you'll never go wrong. Now I'll be honest with you. It's something about the Toyota Supra I'm conflicted with. I feel like in all actuality, it's a BMW. And if you don't know, you know, or you know if you know. Maybe I confused some of y'all. But in essence, it's a beautiful design car. I love the look of it. But I just don't know if it's something I could truthfully own. I think the BMW would probably be more up my alley. But then I never liked the BMWs kind of modded out anyway, so I don't know. But I don't know. I just don't know. But here's a Porsche. And you know what's funny? There's always a Porsche in attendance. It's probably the most reliable, as some people would say, supercar ever made. But it's a Porsche. I think this is the perfect time to take a quick break and ask you guys to hit that like button. Go ahead, hit that like button if you like the content you've seen so far. And join the ICNV Drive Edition community. Subscribe to the channel. Continue to help us grow, but also by joining the community, it's an interactive community. So if you leave a comment below, I will gladly respond. And if there's something you would like to talk about, hit me up on one of my social media platforms. I'll gladly get back to you with an answer. And possibly I'll make a video about the topic and drop it amongst the other videos and content that we have coming your way. So join the ICNV Drive Edition community. But for now, let's get back to this video. Now let's head over towards the main location. And when we get to the main location, as you see, there are a lot more cars to take a look at. We have Lamborghinis, Dodge Vipers, Aston Martins in attendance, and so much more. And of course, a couple Corvettes. I told you they would be everywhere. But as we walk around, I want you to take a look at this beautiful yellow Lamborghini. This is one of my friend's car. Check him out on Instagram at the Chicago Car Guy. It's a beautiful car. I love the color on it. And this was probably my second time physically seeing it in person. And I'm telling you, it's a head-turning Lamborghini if you've ever seen one. But you may have also seen this Lamborghini on somebody else's channel. I won't say no names, but ultimately, he bought the car while the other guy was still trying to decide if it was a purchase he wanted to make or not. And either way, it's a beautiful vehicle. Now, these two vehicles right here, we have a Mercedes AMG GT and an Aston Martin Vantage. Now, the one thing these two cars share in common is the AMG GTS is the same engine from Mercedes inside this Aston Martin. They may have different interior setups, but they have the same soul underneath. That was the reason why Mercedes decided to stop making the AMG GTS, because they went into a partnership with Aston Martin And they pretty much put that engine in all the Aston Martins. Aston Martin is supposed to be a little bit more reliable because it's sharing the same platform as the Mercedes AMG GT. Now, as you walk inside, you see a nice Bentley SUV, but we come over here and what's in the corner? It's another Mercedes AMG GT, but this one is a GTR convertible. You don't see these that often, mainly because the AMG GTR and the convertible spec only came out after 2020. Before that, you could only get it in the coupe, but take a look at it. It's a beautiful car, and if I was to get one, I would definitely get it in a convertible. Now, as you look around, what you see in the background over here hidden in the cut is a Dodge Viper and a McLaren GT. Now, for those of you that don't know, I heard the McLaren GT is actually the most reliable McLaren you can possibly buy. Again, I have no personal knowledge of this, but this is the rumors I've been hearing. Now, as you look at this Lamborghini SVJ right here, this owner is very cool and I appreciate him. And I tell him every time I see him because he always brings out his SVJ and allows the kids and people to sit in it and take pictures. To me, he's helping build future car enthusiasts, and not many people would do that with their $500,000 car, but he actually does it and I appreciate it. Now, what you see right here is another McLaren and another Lamborghini SVJ, but this one is an orange, and for some reason I've been having a thing with orange lately, and I really would like to get a car to make it similar to this orange. In the back, Rona did have a wheel set up, and of course they had a Porsche displaying some Rona wheels, and the blue on this Porsche, as I would call it, Smurf blue, but Porsche calls it something more unique than that. But as I was told, if you get a Porsche, you gotta get it in a Skittles color. And to me, this screams Skittles. And like I told you, cars are in rotation all day long, but I want you to take a look at this unique Corvette C8. This is YOLO Z06. You can follow him on Instagram. And if you look at the car, it is not a Z06, but it is made to look like a C8R replica. And he's done a lot of customization to this car. I don't want to do him an injustice and try to explain to you what he's done to the car. So I'll let him share a little bit with you what he has actually done to this car, to this beautiful C8, and what else he has in store. Because as you see it now, it's still a work in progress, like many of us. But I love it because it is a custom build. I love it. I love it, man. That's some nice work.
It was awesome. Guy down in New Lenox did it.
Okay.
In his garage.
In his garage.
Yeah. So we're gonna finish it. This piece will go back on, and then
that's all I'm gonna say. If it get it clear, I would love that.
And then he's gonna put a aluminum diffuser on the bottom of it, so it'll pull the whole thing together. So.
It looks nice too.
Yeah, and then the key that most people aren't gonna notice is we ordered another bumper from GM and cut it. So.
Oh, that's what you did.
Right.
Okay.
So we cut this piece here, and then these are gonna go away. So you'll have like that wide body look.
So you're gonna wide body it too, or?
No, it just give it that look because you've cut away everything behind it, right? So it'll clean that up. But I pulled the stock bumper off. Still have it if I want to go back. But like on yours, yours goes down to about here, right? And you got the two pipes. So we cut it, and then it picks up like the yellow body lines in line with the wrap on the front.
Let's see. That looks real good.
Came out nice. It's really her car. She's the one that's a nut.
That's how my son was about mine. He already claimed it. I'm like, dude, you haven't got a driver's license.
We bought this, took it to the parking lot. She's the first one to get to drive it after we got it off the dealer lot.
That's cool.
There's actually fewer C8s than I expected. Normally there's 8 or 10. It's kind of, I'm okay with it.
So yeah, it's a lot less than I was thinking, but.
You going to that big rally this afternoon out in Kane County?
Somebody else is having a car show that we know. It's like everybody has a GT3. Like I stated earlier in the video, there's always a large Porsche community turnout to many of the car shows in the Chicagoland area, and that's part of the reason why I've always been torn with Porsche ownership, is because, so I feel like I may get lost as just another Porsche owner. But let's take a look at this black Acura NSX. And like I told you before, there's something about the Acura NSX that I still feel like I might just want to own one. And looking at this one right here actually brought those feelings back. But who knows, maybe it's something I may decide to chase in the near future. So let me know if you'd like to see an NSX on the channel. Let me know in the comments below. Tell me what you think of this car meet. Let me know if there was any vehicle that caught your attention. Let me know what you thought of the car meet overall. But either way, I want to thank you guys for tuning in and allowing me to share some time and entertain you with some cars. But as always, until the next upload, stay safe, stay blessed, and I will see you in these streets. Peace.